6.5 kilometers off the coast of Alexandria, in an unknown part of the Pacific Ocean, divers discovered something unexpected. As you know, oceans make up a significant part of Earth's surface, about 70%, but we explored only 5% of them. The sea holds many species that have never been discovered by man, and it hides many mysteries brought to them by man thousands of years ago. But little by little, these secrets are being discovered either through research or by experiencing adventures firsthand. Today, let's explore 10 such things that divers have found at the bottom of the ocean. Number 10. Was it possible this was another one of those rivers, the ones that were underwater? Of course, most people would guess the answer is no. However, in Mexico and the Yucatan Peninsula, divers found that this city has a secret underwater river. Who could have thought there is a river in the sea, and it was generated by a thick stratum of hydrogen sulfide, and at the bottom of which flows salty water from springs. It is called Cenote Angelita, as archaeologists named it. This according to the scuba divers covering on the surface. It looked ordinary. However, once you have submerged about 30 meters deep, you would not believe what you were seeing. Number 9. Florida is very popular for beaches where, apart from the sea, one can find sharks coming to the seashore to play. Yet in October 2012 at Pompano Beach, the public was disgusted with dismay when they came across the abnormally large eyeball of a creature, to be precise, the size of 2 palms joined. She knew that it looked like something that a very large sea creature would have once owned. It was possible to witness how photographs of this eyeball taken at the scene immediately went viral in social networks. Some people thought that the monster whose eye they found washed ashore must be somewhere close to them. As a result of this fear, people stopped visiting the beaches in Florida. However, when the eyeball was taken to the wildlife department, the subsequent experiments and research revealed that this eye is not of a monster, but of an ordinary short-fin mako shark caught by a fisherman who likely to have taken out its eye and threw it back to sea. Number 8. And 6.5 kilometers off the coast of the city of Alexandria, there was a deep-sea diver who chanced upon something quite strange underwater. What did the marine biologists do when they were told this? They started to investigate. Amazingly, they unearthed 60 tons of gold treasures, statues measuring 16 feet long, fragments of buildings and small stones engraved with strange scripts here. These ruins could extend for kilometers underwater. Further research revealed that approximately 2,300 years ago, there was a major city in Egypt which might have been the main port city of that region and an important center for trading activity. This whole city is now called Heraklion, the Lost City, but nobody knows if it was washed away by a flood or tsunami. Number 7. This fish, which is referred to as oarfish, is very unique, has a body that can have a size of more than 50 feet. It looks like a sea snake, and in Japan, if seen by the shore, then it is a sign that a natural disaster is around the corner. According to the climatologists, because of the increase in temperatures of the ocean as a consequence of climate change, deep dwellers such as this one are being compelled to shift towards the top portion of the water body. Number 6. Now, imagine disling submerged structures. It is simply intriguing. But what would you do if the environment you are in changes instantly and surprise you with statues? Off the coast of West Indies, in the depth of the sea, there is an underwater sculpture park which is designed by a British artist, Jason de Caires Taylor. This park was established in 2006 as its main goal is to give protection to small fish who normally find a hide within the corals. After the establishment of this park, many fish species have emerged to be living in this area. It has over 100 different statues, all of which make for quite the spectacle. Number 6. The sea has been concealing many secrets throughout the history. Offshore Italy, divers retrieve drugs dating back to prehistoric times from the oceans. Unlike today's medication, shapes of these tablets were not standard. They were irregular, with wide outlines. Subsequent tests proved that these medicines were at least 2,000 years old and are composed of beeswax, animal and plant fats, and olive oil. The function of these medicines appear to have been to treat disorders of the eyes. The tablets were also in good condition and were apparently had been made by hand. In the vicinity of this spot, an ancient Roman shipwreck and different sorts of medical tools were also found that may indicate that a physician might have sailed on this ship. The fourth one is called frilled shark. It looks like a combination between a dinosaur and a snake, and has more than 300 teeth that face inwards. It uses a hunting pattern similar to the snake, and can even swallow its prey whole even if it is bigger than the predator. As depicted by both the shape and orientation of its teeth, as soon as an object enters this animal's mouth, there is almost no way it can get out. Number 3. If you are a fan of horror films, then a visit to Camp Crystal Lake in America is a must. Scattered in the lake, people will be able to discover a statue of Jason, who is a fictional serial killer from the Friday the 13th movies. This statue, like the real Jason with the famous mask and machi, is built to look upwards while divers get the surprise of their lives. Yet, there are some sources that state that this statue has been pulled out of the lake. Number 2. A research team came across the remains of a fighter aircraft that belonged to the Second World War on the mid-Pacific in Micronesia. Wreckages of a few fighter planes, tanks, and even some bombers that was used during the Second World War were discovered lying around the seabed. This is because the water is deep and location hard to reach. Number 1. In 2014, divers swimming along the coast of Portugal discovered a giant Peiche's knife. This knife was approximately 6 feet in size, and to this day, the divers who recovered it never spoke of their discovery. These questions are still unanswered. The specific location of this knife may have been used by humans who were probably larger than the ones living today.